the Commander of the Australian Forces in Vietnam, Major General Fraser.
It's a great pleasure to introduce this program of Christmas messages from those related to you who are now serving in Vietnam. 1970 has been a year which has seen many changes here, and you may all take great pride in the patient, skillful and dedicated way our servicemen have gone about their many and varied tasks in this country. May I say thank you on behalf of us all to the many organizations and groups who by their philanthropic activities keep the links between our servicemen and their communities very much alive and active. And finally, since not all our servicemen are able to send personal messages through this program because of operational and other commitments, on their behalf I should like to extend Christmas greetings to all members of their families and their friends.
The headquarters of the Australian Army Forces in Vietnam is in the Free World Forces building. One of the unit's technical clerks, Lance Corporal Dave Ambrose, who comes from Maryborough.
Well, Merry Christmas, Mum, Dad and Anthony. I certainly hope you're having a good time there. I'd also like to wish a Merry Christmas to my good friends the Crawfords and to Trevor and Judy. I'll probably be seeing you in about 100 days.
And one of the unit's cipher specialists, Corporal Russell Mason, who comes from Clayfield.
I'd like to wish a Merry Christmas to Mum, Dad, Mrs. Want, to Serge, Pam and the family, to Pops and Cess, Lorraine, Joffrey, young Louise, the Scammels down at 26th Avenue, Palm Beach. Have a swim for me this year, folks. To the folks at FAI, also to Mr. Outridge, Mrs. Lego and young Greg. I look forward to seeing you next year on my return.
One of the technicians in the systems control, Corporal Danny Kinnaird, who comes from Innisfail.
Hello everybody at home. I'd like to send a special greeting, a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to my wife Debbie, son Darren, and I hope you all have a great Christmas, and I hope to see you all soon. Bye.
Saigon, capital of South Vietnam. And this is Lê Loi, the hub of the capital. A popular spot for Australian soldiers from headquarters Australian Army Force who have spare duty time. They like to walk around this part. Buying some Christmas cards for the folks back home, Corporal Noel Conlon, who comes from Bundamba.
G'day Mum, Dad, Pat. I hope you have a good Christmas. I will. I've just been downtown here in Saigon shopping. See you all next year. Goodbye.
And Private Carl Staish, who comes from Shorncliffe.
Hi Dad, hope you're having a good Christmas at home, and I hope you have a Merry New Year. And to all my friends, I'd like to also wish you a Happy Christmas and a Merry New Year.
At the other end of Trudeau Street stands the famous twin-spired Saigon Cathedral, built in 1880. One of the favourite spots for Australian soldiers to have their photographs taken. Click, and there's another happy snap for the scrapbook of Lance Corporal Alan Garrett, who comes from Townsville.
Hi, Dad. I'd like to send my best wishes for a Merry Christmas to you, Colin, Darryl, Diane, Kevin, Graham and Jean, Kelly and Glenn. Hope you have all have a very Merry Christmas, and pass on my best wishes to all my other friends and relations.
The 1st Australian Logistics Support Base here at Vung Tau provides all the arms, weapons, rations and equipment used by the Australians in Vietnam. The Chaparrot flies regularly between Vung Tau and Sydney. On this trip, as well as its cargo of vital war stores, it is carrying Christmas fare for the Australians in Vietnam. Vietnamese unload the Chaparrot, but Australians from the Logistics Support Base guard and supervise the wharf operations. Corporal Brian Rankin is from Cranbrook in Townsville.
Hello, Bob. Another Christmas comes around. We're apart again. That can't be helped. I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas. Nicky, be good for your mother. I'd like to wish you a Merry Christmas too, Nicky. I'll be home in February. I'll see you in February.
All consignments of cargo from the Chaparrot are inspected here at the Provo checkpoint before they go to the Logistics Support Base. Sig Raymond Sheether is from Southport.
Hello, Shan, Dean, how are you? Send a very big hello for Christmas. Hello, Mum, Dad, Gran, Huey, Aaron. Hope you can be down at Maroochydore at Christmas and see me on the TV. I'll be home next Christmas, Shan, so I've only got 355 days to go. I should be getting pretty short next Christmas. Bye for now, love.
The 1st Australian Logistics Support Group here in Vung Tau supplies all the equipment, supplies and rations for the Australian force in Vietnam. The drivers at Headquarter Company drive everything from a 5-ton truck to a staff car. Private Gary Jackson comes from Redcliffe.
Hello, Mum. Hello, Pop, family and Pam. Hope to see you in February. I hope you have a good Christmas.
The Transport NCO is Corporal Darryl Francis from South Townsville.
Hello, Jan. Have a good Christmas. I'll be home real soon now. Take care of yourself.
Craftsman Jeff Cohen is a sheet metal welder with 5 company workshops. His wife Jackie comes from Zilmere.
Hello, Jackie, Ian. Hope you had a good Christmas. Hope you enjoyed all your Christmas presents. Mum and Dad and in-laws all hope you had a good Christmas too. Had a few beers for you. Hope you really enjoyed your Christmas.
Corporal John Olney is from Vincent Townsville.
Hello, Laurie. How you going, kids? Merry Christmas. I hope Father Christmas brought you some good presents. I'll be thinking of you over Christmas, and I hope you're all well. Give them a love to everybody at home, and I'll see you in April.
Private Trevor Clues is from Kingaroy.
Hello, Mum and Dad, Lloyd and Leslie, and hope you're having a happy Christmas. A big hello to my fiancée Ruth, and I'll be home with you all very shortly. Thank you.
Soldiers at the Postal unit handle about 4,000 pounds of mail a day. Sergeant Ken Riley is from Camp Hill.
Hello, darling. Hello, kids. Wish you a Merry Christmas. I hope to be home in January, so I'll see you all then. Same to you, Mum and Dad. Merry Christmas, and have a good time down the coast. Thanks very much.
One of the jobs of the Provo here is to maintain constant security patrols around Vung Tau. Sergeant John Copers is from Inala.
Dear Vic, Patrick and Penny, I hope you're doing all right. I wish you wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and also our friends, and I hope to see you soon back in March.
Corporal David Frangos is from Cairns.
Hello, darling. Wishing you, hope you're having a good Christmas. I'm sorry I can't be with you. Merry Christmas to all my relations and friends in Cairns too.
Corporal Bruce Raymond is from Hawthorne.
Hello, Mum. G'day, Dad, Ross and Jan. Well, to you and everyone else can boast that they know of me, very Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Thank you.
And Corporal Al Miranda is from Capera.
Hello, darling. Karen, Nancy and all of home. Have a very Merry Christmas. I hope I have the same here. I'll see you soon.
The traffic section here at the 2nd Advanced Ordnance Depot handles everything from paint to spare road wheels for armoured personnel carriers. Private Les Newton is a storeman. He comes from Stafford Heights.
Great, Mum and Dad, everybody at home. Hope you have a good Christmas, or having a good Christmas. Happy New Year. Happy birthday, Mum. See you later.
25 Supply Platoon here at Vung Tau provides all the food used by the Australians in Vietnam. Corporal Peter Teal is a storeman. He comes from Mooloolaba.
Hi, Mum and Dad. Hi, Cheryl. I just want to wish you all the best on this day. Don't work too hard on the telethon, love, and wish everybody Merry Christmas at home for me. We'll be home soon after that. Hope to see you in March and can't wait till the 24th of July, Cheryl. So see you then.
Private Bob Stevenson comes from Kingaroy.
Hi, Mum and Dad. I'd just like to wish you all a Merry Christmas at home. Hope you're having a good time. Also to my brother and his wife. Hope you're having a good time. And especially to my girlfriend and their family, Merry Christmas. Thanks very much.
Corporal David Keneally is a storeman. He comes from Capera.
Hello, Kath, Fiona and Paul. Hope you're having a happy Christmas. I hope you enjoyed all the gifts I sent you. I hope to be there next year to be opening there with you.
Corporal Bruce Nunn is a vehicle mechanic. He comes from Ipswich.
Want to send greetings to Julie, Mum, Dad. Hope they have a Merry Christmas. Good time, and I'll be home soon.
Craftsman Berwick Foote is the unit armourer. He comes from Brighton.
Hello, Mum, Dad, Neil. Hello, D-Love. I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. All the best. I'll certainly enjoy Christmas here.
Checking out the cleaner of this crusher is Corporal Ben Azapadi. He comes from Innisfail.
Hi there, Mum, Dad, Jean, Victor. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas. Enjoying myself over here. See you very soon.
The tradesman of the 102nd Field Workshop here at Vung Tau can repair anything from a 5-ton truck to a watch weighing just a few ounces. Craftsman Bevan Walters is a vehicle mechanic. He comes from Windsor.
I'd like to wish my wife, Denise, parents and relations and friends, all at home, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all the best.
And Craftsman Jeff Sanderson is from Hervey Bay.
I'd like to say hello to all you lucky people spending Christmas back in Australia, and to any members of my family or friends watching this program, I wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Go-kart racing is a popular sport with the soldiers at Vung Tau. Private Lindsay Cohen comes from Rockhampton.
I'd like to say hello to Mum and Dad, Trevor and Sandra, Rosalind, Marilyn, Lynette, Leslie, all the friends and relations around Rockhampton. I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And Craftsman Tom O'Mara comes from Toowoomba.
Hi, Jan, Mum, Dad, everyone at home. I hope you're having a good Christmas. I am. I haven't carried water buffalo and jungle juice instead of turkey and beer this year. I hope you're hooking into the beer for me and having a good Christmas.
Round the clock, radio and telephone communications in Vietnam are the jobs of the soldiers of 1106 Squadron here at Vung Tau. Corporal Barry Billing is a clerk from Cannon Hill.
G'day, love. How are you? Mother, Dad, just wish you a Merry Christmas. Be home real shortly. We'll see you later. Okay? Look after yourself, love.
Corporal Leonard Hall is a cipher operator. He comes from Innisfail.
Hello, Mum and Dad, Melvin and Leslie, and Graham and the rest of the other clan around Uchi Creek. It's it's going to be Christmas Day for these people, and I want to wish you all the best. I'm hoping to be home with Georgina soon. The Army reckons they're going to send me home anyway, so in the meantime, everybody, Merry Christmas, and if I'm not there for New Year, Happy New Year.
Many of the welfare needs of patients at the Australian Field Hospital here are met by 3 Red Cross representatives. Miss Pam Spence is from Bentley, but her parents are holidaying today in Sydney.
I would like to say hello and a very happy Christmas to all the boys that I've met whilst working in Vung Tau at the 3rd Field Hospital and also at the 8th Field Ambulance Hospital at Nui Das. I hope those that have been sent home are recovering from any injuries that they incurred whilst here and are glad to be back with their family and have a very happy Christmas. Carmela O'Shea is also working with me, and she also sends compliments of the season to all the patients and to her family in Western Australia. I'd like to also wish people from Red Cross headquarters in Melbourne and members of the Victorian Division and a special happy Christmas to members of the Handcraft Department in Melbourne. I'll be thinking of you at this time and hope that everything goes well for your Christmas party. A very happy Christmas to my mother and father, to my sisters and 7 nieces and 1 nephew, and also to my cousins in Sydney. I hope you have a very happy holiday and enjoy your Christmas. And I'll be seeing you soon in the new year. Thank you.
12 nurses care for the Australian sick and wounded here at the Australian Field Hospital in Vung Tau. Sister Desley McLean is from East Brisbane.
Hi there. I'd like to say hello to my mother and 2 sisters, Robin and Sylvie. Hope you are all well, as I am quite well over here. Also to some friends of mine, Mr. and Mrs. Cowan, and any other people I may know. I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and we'll see you next year.
The physiotherapist at the hospital is Miss Sue Woolley from Shenton Park.
Well, hello there, everybody back in West Australia, and the rest of Australia, I guess, too. Got a few messages for some friends at Shenton Park, everybody in the physio department particularly, and also any patients who may be there. especially Ward 3-4, everybody there. I'm enjoying it over here. Physio is not an awful lot different, possibly a few minor modifications, as most of the patients are male, but apart from that, it's pretty much the same.
Corporal Ian Dan is a pathology laboratory assistant. He comes from Kedron.
Well, all I want to say is, well, I haven't got much to say, seeing I'm going to be home in 20 days, but I hope that you're having a pretty good Christmas, as I seem to be having here, and that's all I want to say.
One man in special demand today is the bowman of the hospital, Private Brian Carter from Carina.
Hello, I'd just like to say hello to my mother, and I hope she has a happy birthday, and I'll see her in 5 months. That's about it.
Major Ken Douglas is the OC of 33 Dental Unit here in Vung Tau. His wife lives at East Ivanhoe.
On behalf of 33 Dental Unit and all its members, I'd like to wish their wives and their sweethearts a very happy Christmas. The boys are all working well and working very hard. They're all, of course, missing you and are looking forward to getting home. To my own wife, to Kirsty and Hamish, a very happy Christmas. It won't be long before I'm home. In March I'll see you.
Staff Sergeant Brian Platts is a clerk with the dental unit here. His wife lives at Stafford.
Well, I would like to wish my wife and children, Margaret and children, my mother and father, and everybody I know back in Queensland, especially Brisbane, a very Merry Christmas. I think we're going to have quite a good one up here, so don't worry about us up here. And I'll see you in 4 months' time, as a matter of fact. And Jim, have a few drafts for me, will you, while you're at it. Thank you.
The former French Playboy resort of Captain Jacques is now the amenity centre for the Australians in Vietnam. Here they can surf, swim or sail, or just enjoy a cold beer at the Peter Badco Club. The Peter Badco Club is the centre of the amenity centre where soldiers from Nui Dat and Vung Tau can enjoy a cold beer. Gunner Joe Kochka is from Paddington.
Just a short message, Mum and Dad. Hope you have a Merry Christmas, and to all my family as well, and to all my friends too. That's about all.
Gunner Peter Bruce is from Surfers Paradise.
Hello, Carol, darling, how are you? Merry Christmas. Mum and Dad, all the kids. Be home in March, early March, and Merry Christmas to a lot of you.
Private Ken Mackenzie comes from Bunyaville.
Hello, Mum, Dad, Ron. I hope you're all well. I'll only be here for another 9 months. Doesn't seem a long time, I suppose, but I miss you all, and I hope to be home in July.
And Sig Les Linwood comes from Mundubbera.
Hello, Mum and Dad, Barbara, Neil, Ellen and Robin. Hope you have a Merry Christmas. Say Merry Christmas to Auntie Joan and Uncle First down at Redcliffe. See you in about April sometime. Keep a beer for me.
Golf is a popular pastime for soldiers with a few hours to spare. Sapper Graham Goodhue comes from Sunnybank.
Hello everybody at home. It's just good to be able to say hello. Merry Christmas to everyone, Mum, Dad, Neville, Lynette, Michelle and Kelvin, and just wish you all the best.
Captain Jacques, the former French Playboy resort here at Vung Tau, is now the amenities centre for soldiers from Nui Dat and Vung Tau on rest and recreation. Here they can swim, sail, surf, or just enjoy a cold beer. Craftsman Barry Goodyear is from Woolawin.
How you going, Mum, Dad? Hope you're all having a good Christmas there at home, and not too bad over here. I'd just like to wish you all the best for Christmas and the New Year, and I'll see you when I get home.
And Craftsman Paul Mettleman comes from the Gold Coast.
How are you, Mum and Dad? I'm down here now and I'm having a good time, as you can see. I'll see you, well, when I see you, have a good Christmas. Say hello to Debbie, and all have a good time over Christmas.
Enjoying a bit of sunbaking is Sig Bob Martin. He comes from Westwood Hospital via Rockhampton.
I'd like to wish my mother and my sister happy Christmas and Merry New Year, and all the staff at the hospital. I'd like to send a special greeting to my mother, to my fiancée in Victoria. We wish her a Merry Christmas.
Soldiers from Nui Dat often enjoy a day's swimming at the Harold Holt Memorial Pool. Craftsman Ian Allison is from Proserpine.
I'd like to send a Christmas message to my mother and father in Proserpine and my sister and her family in Brisbane and all my other friends throughout Queensland. And I'll see you about March next year. Thanks very much.
And Corporal Eric Lloyd is from Townsville.
I'd like to send a Christmas greeting to my wife, my 2 boys, my grandmother living in Townsville. Best of luck. Have a good Christmas.
The headquarters of the 1st Australian Task Force at Nui Dat. Troops from the 2nd Battalion, Royal Australian Regiment, come back from an operation just outside their base here at Nui Dat. They've been ambushing outside their task force base here, just returned after a full day's operation. And one of the first things the men like to do when they get back from operations is to open the mail from the folks at home. Doing just that is Private Phil Burke, who comes from Morningside in Brisbane.
G'day Mum and Dad, all the family. Hope you have a good Christmas. Just like to wish you all the best, especially to babies. Tell them Uncle Tippy says hello, especially the new one. Merry Christmas to all my friends down Wynnum Way, and I'll see you all New Year.
Helping to hand out the mail, Private Darryl Cooper, who comes from Rockhampton.
I wish to wish my mother and father and all the family at home a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I'll be home in the New Year and keep the brewery, send that beer over. Thanks.
And so is Corporal Jeff Fallis, who comes from Chermside.
Hello, love. How's the kids? I hope they're all well. I suppose Colin's walking now. Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I'll be home soon. Keep your chin up, love.
One of the men who got his mail today, Private Dick Hawkins from West Mackay.
Hello, Mum. Ian, Helen, John, young nephew David, just like to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Also to all my friends at home, so I can think about me when they're celebrating. That's about all. Look after yourselves. I'll be home in about 2 months.
Handing out the mail, Private Alan Farquhar, who comes from Holland Park, Brisbane.
Hi, Mum, Dad, kids, and I'd like to say hello to the new baby. And I hope you have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And same to me, fiance Rosewita. See you later.
Another group of soldiers from the 2nd Battalion Royal Australian Regiment, just back from a 3-day operation in the bush, and glad to get back. Back from operations, and all set to receive his mail, Private Keith Fraser, who comes from Proserpine.
Hello, Mum and Dad. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Big hello to you, Coral and Digger, and I hope you're going to have a few beers and have a couple for me too. That's all I've got to say.
Handing out the mail, Corporal Clive Brodie, who comes from Townsville.
Hi, Des. Hi, kids. Merry Christmas. I love and miss you very, very much. To Jean, my mother-in-law, to Denise, Ron, and their family, a very, very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you all.
And Private John Webster from Serena.
There, I'd like to wish everybody Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, especially Mum and Dad, Helen and John, Alan and Roses, and all the other relations wherever they're scattered out for Christmas, and particularly my friends out at the Gold Coast or wherever you're spending Christmas. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year.
Marcus the Tracker Dog is a star attraction at support company 2RAR. Saying good day to him now is Lance Corporal Bill Boland from Ipswich.
Hello, Mum, Jack, kids. Hope you have a Merry Christmas. I'll see you all again in the New Year, for sure.
And Corporal Michael Chris Kosky, who comes from Red Hill.
Hello, Mum, Dad. Should be home soon. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Keep a few beers in the fridge for when I come home.
Test firing their weapons before operations is one of the important jobs for men of the 1st Australian Reinforcement Unit. One of them, Private Victor John Kitis, who comes from Denmore.
Hello, Mum. Hello, kids, grandkids, everybody. Merry Christmas to everybody, New Year. I hope to see you about Easter. Bye for now.
Another of the unit's Queenslanders, Private Russell Wiseman, whose wife lives in Wynnum.
I'd just like to say Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to the wife Lynn and Mum and Dad at home and everyone else, and I should be home in the New Year.
One of the unit's section commanders, Corporal Larry Smith, whose wife is living in Canungra.
I'd like to say a Merry Christmas to my wife Jean
me children Linda and Tony, all me in-laws there at Canungra, and all my friends. Have a happy Christmas, and well, that's about all.
The long arm of the law extends to the task force base at Nui Dat, where men of the Provo Corps help to keep soldiers on the straight and narrow. One of them is Corporal Mike Turnock, who comes from Inala.
G'day Anne, Lisa. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Also, hello Mum and Dad and all the kids. I'll be home in about April, and I hope we'll have a fair few beers when we go home. So I'll see you then. See you when I get home.
At the Light Aid Detachment of the Task Force headquarters, they repair technical equipment, mainly weapons and vehicles. The commander of the unit is Captain John Pronk from North Beach, Western Australia.
Hello, darling. How are you? Mum, Dad, the boys and girls, of course, the whole family. I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. I know it's not very long that I've been here. You'll see this at Christmas time, of course. I'm missing you already, and I hope that time will fly and I'll be home again soon. Goodbye, darling.
Keeping the guns of the 4th Field Regiment in good firing order is the job of the unit's Light Aid Detachment. Commanding the unit, Captain Bob Swan, who comes from Everton Park.
Hello, honey, Stephen, Michael, Cass and Les, and all our other friends. I'd just like to wish you all the best for Christmas, and I hope you're looking forward to the New Year as much as I am. I'd also like to say hi to every person in Queensland who has friends or relatives in the LAD, and on behalf of them I'd say that it won't be too soon before we're home. Well, honey, take care, look after yourself and the boys, and Les, when you meet up with George Ray, have a big cold one for me.
This is a section of the unit where they render captured enemy weapons unworkable. Taking a look at an AK-47 is a motor mechanic with the unit, Craftsman John Hanrahan from Southport.
Hello everyone at home. I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas. My wife Chris, my in-laws, mother and father, brothers and sisters. Hope you're all having a good time. See you next month, and thank you very much.
Men of the 106 Field Workshops are the repairmen for the 1st Australian Task Force. They repair anything electrical or mechanical. Craftsman Rolly Coops drives the Jolly Green Giant, a recovery vehicle. He comes from Walguru, Queensland.
Hey, hon. Hey, hon, how you going? Everything's well over here. Just want to send the best to you and Rick, to all the people over there. Probably see you in about 3 weeks' time. Well, that's about it. Happy Christmas and Happy New Year. Thanks.
The 198 Works section is responsible for designing plans for engineer projects in Fuk Tui Province. The works supervisor of the unit is Warrant Officer John Brown, who comes from Kipera.
Hello there, Kath, Michelle and Glenn. I hope you're having a very happy Christmas and a very enjoyable day today. I'd also like to send a Christmas greeting to Heather and Val and their families. And remember, Kath, in another couple of weeks' time I'll be home.
Test flying the weapons of the armoured personnel carriers is one of the pre-operational duties for men of B Squadron of the 3rd Cavalry Regiment. The Scorpions are some examples of the local wildlife in Vietnam, collected by men of B Squadron of the 3rd Cavalry Regiment, out in operations. Taking a good look at these, Trooper Kevin Blake, who comes from Surfers Paradise.
Hi, Mum, Dave and Carol and the dog and cat. And anybody else I've forgotten, I hope you're having a good time as I'm having. Just keep a poker machine warm down the Twin Towns for us. I'll be home in about 114 away. Ta-da for now.
Repairs to the APCs of the 3rd Cavalry Regiment is the work of the unit's vehicle mechanics. Working on an APC, Craftsman Bill Alexander, who comes from Nanango.
I'll just say Merry Christmas to Mum and all the family at home, and special hi to Val. Hope she's enjoying herself, and all my mates and that. Hope they can stay in a sober state this year. We've got no one to lead astray.
Daily maintenance is a vital job for men of A Squadron of the 1st Armoured Regiment with its 50-ton Centurion tanks. Doing a spot of greasing here is Trooper Neville Blake, who comes from Everton Park.
Oh, I'd like to say a big hello to Mum and Dad and 3 brothers, Greg, Dave and Darryl, and hello to Wayne and Jen, and all the relations and friends at home. Big hello to all the gang at Stafford, and wish them all a very Merry Christmas. Thanks very much.
And Trooper Ken Giles, who comes from Toowoomba.
Well, I'd just like to say hello to the folks back home and wish them a Merry Christmas. Say hello to my mother and my young brother, sister down in Sydney, and cousins. Had a pretty good time in Hong Kong on my R&R, and well, that's about all I'd say. Merry Christmas to a lot of you.
Printing surrender leaflets to airdrop to enemy troops in Phúc Tri Province is only one of the jobs of the 1st Psychological Operations Unit. Examining one of these leaflets is Trooper Merv Reid, who comes from Carina in Brisbane.
Well, I'd just like to say Merry Christmas to my wife Christine and 2 sons Michael and Mervyn, and my mother-in-law, father-in-law and my parents, and wish them all a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and I'll be home soon.
Producing surrender leaflets to airdrop to enemy troops in Phúc Tri Province is only one of the jobs of the 1st Psychological Operations Unit. Here's Corporal Dave Finlay, who comes from Wandle, near Rockhampton.
Hello to my wife Maria, daughter Donna. I'd like to wish you both a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Also, same goes to my mum and dad at Grafton, and all your family at Rockhampton. And same goes again for all my mates who have gone home from here. Have a good time over Christmas, and I'll see you late in January.
At the 8th Field Ambulance here at Nuridat, the dust-off helicopter is available 24 hours a day for the evacuation of the injured and the sick. Working at the field hospital as a health inspector is Warrant Officer Brian Harley from Brisbane, Stafford Heights in Brisbane.
I never thought I'd get this chance to be a TV star, love, but well, here I am in Nuridat, and the weather's pretty good at the moment. I hope it's in Brisbane. I suppose it'll be nice and hot for you now. Hope all the children are all right, love, and all's going well for you. Hope your mother-in-law arrives all right out from England and was watching the programme with you. And I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and all the best in the new year. And I'll be home in the new year, love. God bless.
And Corporal Thomas Dawson, who comes from Inala.
Hello, darling. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Hope the kids got the toys. And I hope that you have the same Christmas that we'll have over here. I'll drink quite a few beers for you. You know me with the old grog. Don't worry, love. We'll be happy.
Working as a clerk with the unit is Private Peter Handy, who comes from Paddington.
I'd like to send season's greetings most of all to my parents and family and my godchild. I've only got about 6 months to do now by the time this film reaches you. So have a good Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Thank you.
The role of the 161 Independent Reconnaissance Flight is mainly visual reconnaissance for the task force, using the highly manoeuvrable Sioux helicopters. And fixed-wing aircraft like the Pilatus Porter. Perhaps rather less glamorous, but still important part of the 161 reconnaissance flight is keeping the aircraft clean. And here's Trooper Dennis Love from Barden.
G'day Mum, Joanne, Wendy, Barbara. I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and hope you have a good day. I'll be home in March. Well, by this time I'll have about 6 months left to go, and I hope it goes as quick as the first half. Again, all a Merry Christmas and hope you have a Happy New Year. Thank you.
Sergeant Brian Reardon from Toowoomba is a radio mechanic.
Say hello to my wife Judy at Toowoomba. Wish you a Happy Christmas. Hope you're all right, honey. Everything's okay here with me, and I'll be home before you know it. Thank you.
Sergeant Graham Seeley is an aircraft engine fitter. He comes from Bundamba near Ipswich.
I'd like to say a very special hello to my wife Beverly and the 4 little monsters, Stephen, Annette, Jeffrey and Kim, and any other of the family that happen to be watching. Best wishes for Christmas and thanks very much.
Lance Corporal Glenn Davidson is an airframe fitter with the unit. He comes from Beval near Ipswich.
like to say a special hello to my wife, Evel, and to my little boy, Greg. I hope you're being a good boy, Greg, and I want to wish you both a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And to Mum and Dad, also a Merry Christmas to you. I hope to see you sometime next year. Thank you.
And that's the sound of the 105mm howitzer, fired here at the Horseshoe by men of 106 Field Battery of the 4th Field Regiment. That's a Queenslander handling the laying of this 105mm howitzer, and he's Sergeant Ken Butler, who comes from Vincent.
Hi there, Jen, Marie, Tanya, Anne, Margaret and Gavin. It's great to have this opportunity to say hello to you all for Christmas wishes. I'd also like to say hello to Mum, my grandmother and my sister and her husband Santo. I also wish you the best of wishes for Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Relaxing with a few pre-Christmas drinks in their base at Nui, a man of the 1st Special Air Service Regiment. First of all, Lance Corporal John Horn from Townsville.
Hello, Mum. Hello, Dad. How are you going? Hope you have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I'd like to also say Merry Christmas to my grandmother, also to my brother and his wife. Thanks very much.
And Corporal John Griffiths, who comes from Enoggera.
I'd like to wish everyone at home a very Merry Christmas, especially my wife Sandy, son Shane and my mother. I'll be home in about 8 weeks' time, so have a good day. I'll see you soon.
And Trooper Laurie Sams, who comes from Inala.
I'd like to send a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to my family, friends and relatives in Inala. I shall see you in February, so have a few beers for me. And a special hello to Promise, Jan and Wanda. And I shall see you in February too. Thank you.
And it's cleaning time for men of the 4th Field Regiment here at Nui Dat, doing a spot of work on this 105mm howitzer, 2 Queenslanders. Gunner Steve Voss, who comes from Ipswich.
Just want to wish everybody at home a very, very Merry Christmas, especially my wife Glenda, and both our parents, and brothers and sisters and relatives. And as you all know, I'll be home very shortly, so I'm looking forward to seeing you all then. And also Mr. and Mrs. Shepherd and Mr. and Mrs. Sarley. And well, I hope you all have a very, very happy Christmas. And Glenda, I love you.
And Gunner Mike Buckley, who comes from Toowoomba.
Hello, darling. Sean, Mum and Dad, Martins, Teasers. I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Thanks.
Returning from a 12-day operation in the bush, out on the Ono River in Fuktree Province, our men of 8th Platoon, Charlie Company of the 7th Battalion, Royal Australian Regiment. Their base at the Horseshoe is roughly 5 miles southeast of the task force base at Nui Dat. Taking a breather after coming back from operations is a Queenslander, Private David John Matley, who comes from Fig Tree Pocket.
I'd like to say Merry Christmas to my parents, and also the other Queenslanders, Peter Searles from Longreach and Dave Bailey from Ipswich. They all say hello to their parents, and I hope everybody's keeping cool back in Australia. I hope to be back pretty soon, only a couple of months now, not too long. Can't think of much else to say really, but just it's a great time, and shouldn't be too long.
Patrolling near their base of the Horseshoe here in Fuktree Province, men of Support Company of the 7th Battalion Royal Australian Regiment. Leading the way with a minesweeper is Private Jimmy Nelson, who comes from Mount Gravatt.
Hello, darling. Hope you're having a good Christmas as be expected. Should be seeing you soon. I'd like to say hello. Wish a Merry Christmas to my family, and seeing you soon too.
Behind him, Private Terry Bugslack, who comes from Manly.
Hi, Corley, Mum and Dad, all the family. I'll see you in 2 days after this goes on the TV, so not much else to say. Have a Merry Christmas.
Returning from an all-day patrol near their base of the Horseshoe, our men of the 7th Battalion Royal Australian Regiment, led by Queenslander Private Bob Brett, who comes from Mitchelton.
Hi, Mum, Dad. I'd like to say hello to everyone in the family. My sister's 2 little kitties, and my sister had a chinchilla.
And Private Dennis Bottles, Bathersby, from Wavell Heights.
Merry Christmas, Mum and Dad, Maureen and John, Maury and Lynn, Manor and Pop, Bar and Pa up at Cloundra. Hope you're having a good Christmas and getting plenty of that rum. I'll be
home soon to help you with it and go do a bit of fishing. And also, thanks a hell of a lot for all those parcels you've been sending me. I really appreciate it. So have a good Christmas.
Something different in the way of fire support bases. It's Fire Support Base Bridget. It's sited in the coastal sandhills of Phúc Thuy province, and it's the home of B Company of the 7th Battalion Royal Australian Regiment. These men have just returned from a night ambush, keen to get home for a spot of breakfast. Well, it may not be linens, but it's certainly a nice change from a night in the bush. You can ask Corporal Ken Whiteman, who comes from Townsville.
Go, Mum, Dor, rest of the family, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
And Private John Costello, who comes from Dorrington.
Thank you. I'd like to wish my mum, my dad and all my family all the best for Christmas. All my mates that'd be there. If they've got any flagons of claret left over, please send them over because we can use them well. And also I'd like to send a special ode to Don Anderson's wife Linda and his parents, as he couldn't make it here today. Thank you.
Here in the Communications Centre of the 104th Signal Squadron is Signalman Bruce Talon of Nambury.
I'd like to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to my mum and dad, Pam, also to my old mates Mark and David. Make sure you all have a beer for me not so long now, and I'll be home having one with you.
And Corporal Victor Sheen of Capera, Brisbane.
Hi, Carol, how are you going? Belle, Dawn, Susan. Hope you're all keeping well, looking after yourself. I'd like to wish us all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
This is Highway 23. It links Berea with Dat Doe, and the work on this road was done by men of the 17th Construction Squadron based at Nui Dat. Wherever you look in Phúc Thuy province, there seems to be some evidence of work by men of the 17th Construction Squadron, from these windmills to construction work of all sorts, like this housing project near Dat Doe, the regional force soldiers of the South Vietnamese Army. One of the unit's field engineers is Sapper Arthur Smith, who comes from Brighton.
Hi, Mum, Dad, PJ, and Margaret, Mr. and Mrs. Spence. Had a terrific R&R and, be home soon. Have a Merry Christmas.
One of the unit's plumbers, Corporal Alex Sample, who comes from Capera.
Hello, love. How's things going? Mum, Dad, kids? Hope you're all going well. See you soon.
Doing a spot of carpentry on this housing project, one of the unit's carpenters, Sapper Warren Murphy, who comes from Salisbury.
Oh, hello, Mum and Dad. I hope you see me when I'm home, and I'll be home very shortly, as you might know yourself. All the best for Christmas. Happy New Year.
Giving one of his mates a hand is Sapper Ray Madden, who comes from Innisfail.
Hello, Mum and Dad. I wish you all a Merry Christmas. And Leslie and the rest of the family. And better keep a bottle ready for me, Good, thank you.
Another Queenslander working in a different part of the project is Sapper Gordon Wright, who comes from Mount Gravatt.
Love, Mum and Dad, Samantha, Bev, Rolly, all the blokes. Back home, kids. Good to see you again. Be home pretty soon. I'll be seeing a lot of you. All the best for Christmas. And if I don't make it, well, wish everyone the best. That's all. Yeah.
The Australians with the closest association to the Vietnamese people are men of the 1st Australian Civil Affairs Unit based at Nui Dat. Their job is to liaise with the local Vietnamese people and decide which projects should be given priorities. Jobs like housing, local churches and rebuilding schemes. One of the men from the unit, Private Jim Mould, who comes from Toowoomba.
Hello. I'd like to say Merry Christmas to Mum and Dad in Toowoomba, to Pat and Campbell and young Maxine and Wendy. Merry Christmas to all the boys in the Barron Valley Hotel in Atherton. And the Herbert and Road gang. I hope they haven't been pushed out in the bush too far so far. To Liddy and Pam and Carol. Look after those chooks. Merry Christmas to a lot of you. Thank you.
At some stage in his 12-month tour in Vietnam, every Australian soldier loses his heart to some Vietnamese kiddies. These kiddies We're at the Cowdye Orphanage at Berea, the province capital, and as you can see, these men of the 1 Div intelligence unit have made themselves very much at home. They come down to the orphanage about once every week and make themselves known to the kiddies, say good day, bring down a few goodies, and generally have a good time, and give the kiddies a good time too. There are about 30 children at this orphanage, and they're all very glad to see the Ukdalois, the Australians. Run the rather reluctant children at the orphanage. Give me a bit of a roundabout. Captain Alan James Cunningham, who comes from Mitchelton.
I'd like to say hello and season's greetings to the crowd at 138, and extra special Christmas message to my good wife Janice and my children Stephanie and Stuart. All the best. See you at Easter, love.
Buying the Christmas presents from the store are men of 1st Australian Task Force. By the time this reaches home, most of these presents will be back with their new owners. A whole host of Christmas goodies here in the fields at Nuida for the kids back home. Picking some toys for his 4 children back home. Sergeant Merv Juice.
Hi Livy, hi kids, Stevie, Stuart, Cindy, Andrew. Daddy's feeling fine. I hope you're having a good time at the beach. And a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to all. And a special message to Mum and Dad and to Royden too. I hope that you can hear me here, Roy, and all the best, mate. And to the rest of the folks at home, a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Thank you very much.
And selecting some Christmas cards for the folks back home, Corporal Kerry Byrne, who comes from East Brisbane.
Hello Mum, hello Dad, Robin, Dennis, hello Carol and Malcolm. Hope you all have a gas Christmas. See you on the 27th of January.
Another soldier picking some toys for the kiddies back home, Corporal Lester James, who comes from Kalanga.
Hello all, how's everything going? Ron Reader, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year to all the family, and Nicole and Michelle, young Tony. I'll be getting a few toys for you to bring home. Little John. Hope Mick and Betty are still behaving, not playing around too much. I'll be home. I won't be home for Christmas, but it won't be too long after that, and I'll be home then.
A little oasis in the desert of Nuidat is the Pearson Community Centre, where troops from the headquarters company of the task force can enjoy all sorts of things like the library, the billiard room, and the tape recording room, the model room, and all sorts of amenities. One of the fellows enjoying his gopher, or cool drink, at Nuidat is Gunner Dick Thine, who comes from St Lucia.
Hello there, back home. I want to say hello to my wife especially, and my son Michael. I haven't much to say really, but I just wish you all a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. And I'm thinking of you all the time, Jessica and Michael. I'd like to be home very soon.
And Private Lester Mengle, who comes from East Brisbane.
Hello Mum, John, Eve and Eric, and I'd like to send a special Christmas message to my girlfriend Bev and her parents, Mr. and Mrs. Phil, and I hope you all have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And Townsville man, Private Peter Flecker, who comes from North Ward.
Hello Mum, Dad, David and Judy, Percy and the boys, and Rod and Rob, and the rest of my mates. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
The headquarters of the 1st Australian Task Force at Nuidat. Well, there's the Christmas spirit for you. It's a Christmas party at headquarters of the 1st Australian Task Force. This is the first time that Vietnamese civilians have been in the area, and these kiddies are from the Berea Orphanage. Berea is the province capital. Some of them have a little difficulty telling their right from their left. And making friends with one of the orphans here Here's Corporal Dick Fraser, who comes from Mackay.
Oh, hello, Mum. This is just a Christmas greeting I'm sending home from all of us and the folks in Vietnam. And I'd like to say Merry Christmas because a lot of these children don't have Christmas. I'll be home probably just before Christmas to see a lot of you. Well, all I have to say is Merry Christmas to you, to all the children, and grandmother, and my auntie and uncle who are in Townsville at the present moment. And to say I hope you're all well at home, and I hope there is no sicknesses. By the way, how's Dad?
And here we are at the home of MAT Team 2 at Phuc Hua Long in Dat Do district. Intelligence estimates are that there are 60% VC sympathisers in this village. On his second tour in Vietnam, and the leader of the team, is Warrant Officer Ray Barnes, who comes from Stafford.
They won't stop. I'd like to send a Christmas message home to my wife, Helen, wishing you will have a very happy Christmas with the children. And I would like to send a Christmas message home to Mum and the family, Auntie Nell, Uncle Court, wishing you all a Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year.
The new emphasis in Phuc Tuy province is on training the regional force soldiers of the South Vietnamese Army. The bulk of this task has fallen mainly on men of the Australian Army training team in Vietnam, who helped to form the mobile advisory training teams, the MAT teams. One of the advisors from the MAT team at Long Dien is Warrant Officer Greg Darlington, whose wife is holidaying on the Gold Coast.
I'd like to send a cheerio call to my wife Joan, who's holidaying down at the Gold Coast. Hello, love. Sorry I can't be with you this year. I'll try and make it next year. Also to my little daughter Sharon, I hope you're having a Merry Christmas. Also to my mother and father and brothers and sisters up in Maryborough, I hope your Christmas is a pleasant one.
And Corporal Don Beck, who comes from Stafford.
Hi, darling. I'm settled in okay over here now. I think we're getting our job done okay gradually. I'd like to send a whole lot of love to you and the little kids. Give them a big hug for me, please. And lots of love to your folks and mine in Ipswich. And also, sorry I can't be with you at Christmas time, but we'll make up for it when I do get home. Okay, Dal?
We're at the night defensive position they call Garth. It's in Long Tan province, just north of Phuc Tuy province, where the task force is normally based. And this is where men of the 1st Field Squadron of the Royal Australian Engineers are helping to consolidate the base. One of the unit's graders levelling out some soil which had been bought from Nui Dat. Taking a look at it, a couple of Queenslanders with the unit. The engineer officer in charge of work here at Garth, Lieutenant John Perusel, who comes from Nudgee Heights.
Hello, Daniel. Hello, I'd just like to say hello to Mum and Dad, Michael, my brothers, sisters. Wish them all a Merry Christmas. I'm doing fine. I hope they're having as good a time as I am. Thank you.
Another Queenslander with the unit, Sapper Milton Holmes, who comes from Toowoomba.
Hello, Mum and Dad. I hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Also to my brothers and sisters, Diane and Sydney Wall, also at Toowoomba. Hope they have a Happy New Year. That's all. Thanks. It's all right over here, really. Not that bad. Not as bad as I reckoned it is.
Servicing their vehicles is an important job for men of the 85th Transport Platoon here at Nui Dat. One of the unit's drivers, Private Glenn Blackburn, whose folks live in Inogra.
Hello, Mum, Dad, Lee, her family, the rest of my family, and all my friends. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
And Private Graham Lather, who comes from Norman Park.
Hi, Mum, Judy, Bev and Bob, all my friends and relations that be watching in. I'd like to take this opportunity to wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Sorry I can't be with you, but we'll make up next year. Thank you.
and Private Bob Reside, who comes from Orderly.
Hi there, Cecily. Mum and Dad, Ray and Carmel. How's everything going back home there? Sorry I can't be with you for Christmas, but I'd like to take this opportunity in wishing you all the best for Christmas and Happy New Year.
Doing a quick repair job on this forklift truck, one of the electrical mechanics of the 21st Engineers Support Troop. He's Lance Corporal Grant Madge, who comes from Kedron.
I'd just like to say hello to my wife Cynthia and daughter and wish them all the best for Christmas. Also like to say hello to my mother and father-in-law, wish them all the best for Christmas, and I'll see us all in April. I should say March. Okay.
The Topographical Survey Unit here at NUDAT is responsible for updating and making new maps and air photographs to help the Task Force headquarters with its operational duties. One of the unit surveyors is Sapper Lynn Thompson, whose parents live in Butterham.
G'day Mum and Dad. Hello Sharon, Ian and their youngest addition Cameron. Heather, Merry Christmas. I hope you have a good time. No comments about my haircut please. Anyway, have a good Merry Christmas.
And one of the unit's draftsmen, Sergeant Max Neal, whose wife is holidaying in Cairns with his mother.
Hello dear lady, and hello Kerry, Mother and Robert, and how are you all up there? I know just come back from R&R. I wish to have a very happy Christmas, all the best for the new year, and I'll see you in 71. And all other people I've met up in Cairns after so long, happy Christmas, and what do you think of this? Thank you.
The commander of the 1st Australian Task Force is Brigadier William G. Henderson, who comes from Newport.
On this day, Christmas Day, we're all up here in the task force are thinking you're at home. We do hope that you're having a wonderful Christmas. We wish we were with you. This is the 4th year that we've been responsible as a task force for the area of Nui Dat and Phuk Tui as a whole. And during this period, our men have done a wonderful job, have made the province as a whole a very much happier place, and they too will be able to enjoy Christmas as a result of the efforts made by our men. And they are magnificent men, every one of them. I'm glad that they today will be able to greet some of you at home and say Merry Christmas. We also thank all those institutions in Australia who have made so much effort to make our task easier up here and to make it much more pleasant for us. So, Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you for everything, and we hope to see you soon. And Kate and the kids, if you're listening, I'm thinking of you, and have a happy Christmas also.